Well, I'll tell you what. I look at how our guys play. We have a young football team. Talk to them about effort, the effort in which they play with. I thought we played with some good effort in the second half. First half, I think guys were worried about some of the wrong things in the first half. Whether it was the score, the crowd, this, they weren't worried about just going as hard as they could on every single play. We talked to them about that at halftime. Just go as hard as you can on every single play. Don't worry about the score. Don't worry about anything else. You got young players. There's a lot of young players on our football team. I think there were 16 guys that were here the last time we came. Of our 70 travel squad, only 16 of them were even here the last time. So 54 guys just showed up for the first time here today. So they're a very young group. And, they kind of, I think we're worried about too many of the wrong things instead of going hard. I told them there were a lot of plays to be made there in the first half right there. They were making some plays. We weren't. They run double post. It's a touchdown. We run double post. It's just off our fingertips. They run a toss throwback. We're right there to cover it. Right? And they almost make a play. We almost intercept, knock it out. We run the throwback. We fumble the ball. So there were plenty of opportunities there to make some plays that we didn't make, but I think it all comes down to the effort, and I like the effort our guys played with there at the end. Came up short, but you know what? They got to learn. They got to play with that effort for the entire 60 minutes for us to be successful.
Questions?
There's no mic. You need this mic?
No,
yell it out.
you're good.
You talked about the plays in the first half. I think defensively y'all were 6 of 10 on third down.
Yeah, I'm very good.
What did you see from that, and what adjustments did you make in the second half or at halftime? Because I think they were 1 of 6 in the second half.
My rattling adjustment. Get 11 guys running the football as hard as you can. Stop worrying about everything except going as hard as you can on every single play. Honestly, that was our halftime adjustment with everybody. Worry about getting the ball as fast and hard as you can. Because I could just see in the guys' eyes the looks. They were there, and give them credit. They made some great plays on some third down plays. But, guys are thinking and worrying and moving, and their quarterback made some throws. Their receivers made some spectacular catches, but you expect that. They got great players. They got 4 or 5-star players at every position. So you expect that. But our big adjustment was go harder.
How does Damian, the way he finished, affect the quarterback competition?
No, it doesn't. I thought he did a great job, though. Which is what you want. I mean, a veteran player comes in, he's experienced player. He's ready. Helmet pops off. He's ready. Doesn't miss a beat. Comes in, makes some plays for us. Does a really nice job.
Is that why he went in? Because the helmet popped off.
Helmet popped off. He went in, and then all of a sudden, I think we completed the pass. We're in kind of 2 minutes. I didn't want to slow us down. We're going, and at that point, he let us down for the first touchdown drive. We recovered an onside kick right away. Not much time to think about it. He looked like he was hot, so we just kept going.
What did you think about the offense before that?
It was okay. Again, kind of disappointed in some missed opportunities that were there. Again, there were plays to be made that we didn't make. And to win football games, I mean, it's not, sounds like coach talk, it's not a huge secret. Go as hard as you can. And if you have an opportunity to make a play, make it.
Seems like LSU pretty much controlled the tempo of the game early on. Did the speed of the game at all give your guys trouble, would you say?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so at all. I think they just, we get a touchdown, and, they get frustrated, and you get guys looking around at what's going on, and we weren't doing a good job getting off the field on third down. And that stuff. We just got to get the young guys ready. The confidence to go play, but until you get that, until you're a veteran, confident player, the best thing you do is go as hard as you possibly can, and when you do that, all of a sudden you become a veteran, confident player.
Around here this week's been talk about quarterbacks being sensitive about losing their job or not starting. What to say for Damian today to be on the bench and to come in that situation and handle himself like he did?
Well, I think looking at him, obviously. I don't think he was happy, obviously, with the decision we made. But he didn't let it affect his preparation or the teammate he is or being ready to go in his development and his maturity. He understands we made that decision to try to do what's best for the team. Make sure you're ready and to go play, because you never know when your number is going to be called. And you saw that. He was absolutely ready to go play when his number is called.
How do you think the defense did in creating negative yardage plays? It's something you did over the first 2 weeks.
I don't know.
Tonight.
They're not a team you're going to get. I mean, they're too tight, 3 yard and a cloud of dust team, so you're not going to get tons of negative yardage plays against those type of teams. But I would have liked to just get a little more pressure on their quarterback on third down.
Special teams. What do you think of special teams? Graves 2 field goals. Cook a couple good punts. The onside kick.
Okay. He did okay. Great onside kick. Kickoff coverage well. I think they kick covered well. Give their punter credit. I think he was averaging
35.
They got 35 yards per punt coming in, and he must have had 2 60, 70-yard punts. Which, hey, big time play by him. Game on the line. I mean, 2 big punts. Flip field position, give them momentum when they needed it. I mean, I hadn't seen him hit the ball that far all year, and so give him credit that way in the special teams. But overall, our special teams was solid.
What do you think about the job Ashton did running the ball in the second half?
Well, I thought he ran hard, but I mean that's what we expect of him. I thought he Ashton's going to go hard. Like when I talk about guys going hard. The young guys learning how to do that. I'm not somebody I put in that discussion. You want to watch Ashton, go watch him cover a kickoff. Go watch him on the punt return team. Go hand him the ball. Watch him go block people. I mean, he's going to go hard. And so, I mean, that's not something we ever question or doubt with Ashton.
And back to defense, could you talk about containing Fournette and what y'all did there?
I mean, the offense kind of goes through him. So, that's... They want to get him the ball, so that's the guy you got to stop.
What do you think the team learned from that second half of just playing?
Well, hopefully the young guys learn to stop worrying about anything but going as hard as you can every snap, to be honest with you. Stop worrying about the score, or the situation, or the crowd noise, or are we winning, are we losing? Go play the next play and go do it as hard as you possibly can. And if we can do that, that starts tomorrow at practice. The same thing at practice. Go out to practice. If I'm not sure what I'm doing, I got to mentally strain harder. Okay? If I go and take a rep and I'm short, I just miss a tackle. Okay? I don't make a block, I fall off a block. I got to strain physically harder on the field. Okay? The guy across from me doesn't go as hard as I need him to go to get me ready for the game. On the scout team guy, I got to strain leadership-wise to get the young guys to where they need to be to perform. I think that's what they learned. I think it'll be a good lesson for them.
LSU had a lot of halfback passes, reverses, things like that in the first half. With a new starting quarterback, did you anticipate that they would not be doing that, or did that catch you a little off guard?
Well, you're playing Les Miles. They're going to be tossing. He's going to have reach into the bag of tricks every game. So, we knew they're coming. It's just not when they're coming. And I thought our guys really defended them pretty well. Because it's not about the trick play. I imagine if Fournette's the best passer on their team, he'd be playing quarterback. So it's not just the play design as much as when you call it is where trick plays work. And so, and I thought our guys were ready. They had some situations, some trick plays in there, and I thought our guys defended them pretty well.
Is it frustrating that this team hadn't been able to put together a 4-quarter game just yet?
Yeah, I guess it's frustrating, but they're a young group in there. So, I guess as a coach, it's motivating, it's frustrating, it's encouraging, it's all of the above with those guys on the field where there's a lot of bright futures in that room, and there's a bright future for our team this year.
Did you consider going for the onside kick after the previous one worked?
Yeah, you know what, we did. I was looking at it, in that situation, you got 2 timeouts left, there's 3.5 minutes left. They got to put their hands team on the field. Defense had been rested and playing pretty well in the second half. Went to Peter, and it's kind of a toss-up. Again, they have a punter that's averaging 35 yards a punt coming in. We figure we pin them deep, we can get a quick 3-and-out. We're going to hit the ball at midfield. Need a touchdown to win, field goal to tie. Play the field position game in that situation when there's with the timeouts. If we didn't have the timeouts, we would have had to rethink that. But
Good. Perfect.
all right,
Thanks
thank you guys.
A few players here.